Elena worked the night shift at a remote satellite monitoring station far from civilization. Her only company was the occasional static-filled voice of her colleague, Raj, on the intercom. The room was illuminated by the soft, cold glow of monitors, which displayed streams of data from satellites orbiting Earth. That night, a strange signal appeared on her console, a rhythmic pulse, almost like a heartbeat. She adjusted the frequencies, thinking it was a glitch, but the signal persisted. Then it began to form a pattern, faint whispers, too garbled to understand. "Raj, are you picking this up?" she asked through the intercom. "I see nothing on my end," Raj replied, his voice calm. "Could be interference from the storm." Elena glanced out the window. Thunder rumbled in the distance, but the sky was clear. The storm was hours away. She returned her focus to the signal, tweaking the settings. The whispers grew clearer, forming fragmented words. "Help, trapped, find me." Her blood ran cold. "Raj, I think it's a voice." "Voices don't come from space," he replied. "Stay focused." Elena hesitated but pressed on. She traced the signal to its source, satellite A37, decommissioned a decade ago. It was supposed to be offline, its systems long dead, yet here it was, transmitting. Suddenly the lights flickered and the monitors went blank. When they rebooted, a live video feed appeared. It showed the interior of a small, cramped room. At its center was a figure, shrouded in shadows, seated in what looked like a pilot's chair. The figure was motionless, its face obscured. "Raj, do you see this?" she whispered, her voice shaking. There was no reply. She turned to the intercom, but static filled the line. On the screen, the figure moved. Slowly, it raised its head. Its face was gaunt, its eyes black voids, and its mouth twisted into a natural smile. The whispers grew louder, now forming clear words. "You found me. Now I'll find you." The feed cut out, replaced by a reflection of her own face on the dark monitor. But something was wrong. Her reflection didn't mimic her movements. It stared at her, grinning. Elena backed away, her chair screeching against the floor. Then the intercom crackled to life. It was Raj's voice, but it sounded off. "Elena, come to the control room." I'm in the control room," she stammered. "No, you're not," the voice replied. "I'm looking at it now." The door to the control room creaked open, though she hadn't touched it. The hallway beyond was pitch black. Her breathing quickened as she grabbed the flashlight from her desk and stepped out. The beam of light barely pierced the darkness. "Raj?" she called out. A faint, rhythmic tapping echoed down the hall, like footsteps. The whispers returned, louder now, surrounding her. "You found me. Now I'll find you." She reached the end of the hall and pushed open the door to Raj's station. The room was empty, the chair spinning slowly as if someone had just left. On his monitor was the same live feed of the shadowy figure, now standing, its hand pressed against the screen. Elena's flashlight flickered and died. In the sudden darkness, the whispers became deafening, and she felt a cold hand brush her shoulder. The last thing she heard was a distorted voice, whispering in her ear, "Found you." The next morning, the station was discovered empty. Both Elena and Raj were gone. All that remained was a live transmission on the monitors, showing the empty control room and two shadowy figures in the background, their grins stretching unnaturally wide.